welcome back everybody. Part 3 of the battle for Washington. And the battlefield has opened up now, and of course there's a lot I have to deal with because there are situations here where I had units that were at the edge of the map that are now facing enemies that they were not having to face before, so I've got to kind of reevaluate everything a little bit here. So I'm going to go ahead and pause real quick while I do that. Looks like things are good here. The only thing I have left to do is to take this fort right here, and I would imagine once I do that and the contested timer ticks down that it's probably going to trigger the next phase of the battle, which I have never done before. Some of you have been warning me about the Union counterattack that happens. But like I said, I've never faced it. The last time, some of you may remember if you followed me for a while, that I played the battle for Washington. I was right at the end of having done the mode where the fixed enemy strength mode, and they did the update right before my attack on Washington that took away that mode, and it appeared to have kind of caused my game to glitch, and it never did the Union counterattack, never let me win the war. So I don't know what's going to happen here. I'm venturing into unknown territory for the first time in this series. So hopefully I'm in a decent position to be able to do this. But I want to just try and get a battle line going right here and squeeze down toward this fort. I'll move up from over here. Let's go ahead and get these guns across if I can. This is kind of a difficult position here because I've got to come up this hill. But I want to at least have a second front to open up against that fort. Alright, I'm going to pull these cavalrymen back so I can get my infantry up to face Strickland, who's coming up over there. I'm going to bring Horn up over here to face these guys coming across. And send these others over here. I think that should do the trick. So we'll go ahead and speed things up a little bit. I got one unit up here that's still dealing with a stray brigade that hopefully will wipe out fairly soon. I think the sniper should be able to help with that. Got a unit over here that I should be able to deal with soon. Another lieutenant general down. Alright. So we've broken that brigade. Let's go ahead and move a battle line down toward this fort now. Bring my general too. Oh boy, ran into some unexpected stuff here. Back off with these guns. Both of my brigades got driven off, so now the guns are exposed. He's got a lot of units down here. Oh boy. Webb walked right past these guys. I thought I was coming out to meet them, and they had already gotten up to the north of me. Nice. So he's coming out of the fort to meet me. Thank you, thank you, thank you for that. Another lieutenant general down. My goodness. So a lot to kind of manage right now. I'm going to break off some skirmishers from the Louisiana Tigers to go deal with this battery. Alright, Texas Brigade, let's back up a hair, guys. Stay in the cover. Let the guns do their work. Alright, there's Fort Washington. That's the last objective I wasn't holding. Alright, we're going to deal with Strickland the old-fashioned way here. We're going to charge into him with infantry along with about 1,000 cavalry. I'm going to throw the Louisiana Tigers up here so they can fire down on this battery. Oh boy, they got hit in the flank there. Okay. I thought those guys were dealt with. And Louisiana Tigers lasted for one volley. So all of these units just got driven back. I got to bring up my guns. It was that last brigade back here in the back that did me in. All right. Oh boy, he just put a unit into this line over here. That's going to be end of story for these skirmishers. They're about to be wiped out. So this last little bit's giving me fits, and I'm not handling it particularly well. But end result will be the same. We'll take the fort. He's only got 15,000 men left on the field, but I know he's going to be getting reinforcements. Of course, the question is, how am I going to be situated when this counterattack comes? I honestly just don't know that, because I haven't done that before. Alright, 8 minutes left until the fort's no longer contested, so we'll see what happens at that point. If that ends this phase or not. Alright, 2 minutes. Let's see what happens. Does this move us on? Yep. Okay, here we are. On to the next day. This is terra incognito for me. I have no idea what's going to happen. I have never done this part of the battle before. This is very much a first look for me. Here we go. Oh, that's lovely. Look at all that blue everywhere. Alright, I don't even know how much there is I can do in camp. I know I've lost a lot of leaders. Problem is I don't have any money left. And I can't go to the armory to sell anything, so What's supply look like? I don't even have that much supply left. But really, that's the only place that I can get anything. So, all right, let's take a look at this real quick. We definitely got to get a division commander in here. All right, so let's start swapping out. Got to get commanders for these units at the very least. This one I can probably throw in a major just because of how small they are. We've got to... what I need to find is a smaller unit that's got a major general that I can swap out for a lieutenant colonel so I don't hurt them too much. So I can throw this major general in here. I've got a lieutenant general down here doing nothing, but I can't replace him. Dang, I just have so many generals I've got to replace. Let's start with the small units. Problem is, it just means I have to sell some supply in order to get the money. Honestly, I don't even have the ability to do that. What I'm looking for are units that are small to have a major general in charge of them. There just aren't that many. Alright, I don't really have a choice at this point with some of these. Man, I lost a lot of division commanders. I'll put this colonel there. Here's a major general in charge of a battery of artillery. We're going to put him up to division command. Alright. Third Corps is good to go. You know, I got a brigadier general right here that I could swap out for... Oh, I don't have the money. Ah! Now, where'd that unit go? Here. Alright. Paper Collar Brigade needs a commander. Good there. Oh, we still have another division commander we need. Okay. Right here. We need 2 division commanders still. It's going to have to be this one. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Everybody worked it out here. Okay, we're good. That's all I can really do. I don't have money to resupply everybody. I might want to consider maybe moving some units around. I only need 3 corps at this point. How many men do I have in each? I've got 17,000, 20,000, and 20,000. Alright, so here's where we're at now. Basically, I've got 20,000 in each of those 3 corps. So I guess that's what... There may be a spot that maybe is stronger than others, and maybe that's what I'm missing here, and I'm going to regret, but I think that's the way I'm going to go with this. I'm going to go up here with the majority of my artillery, and we'll do it this way, and just hope for the best. I'm outnumbered almost 2-to-1. Okay, northern side of Washington was conquered yesterday, but the battle is not over yet. This is going to be brutal. Absolutely brutal. I know it. All right, General Meade is deploying to the left with the support of at least 3 corps. Gibbon's elite corps is preparing to attack Fort Stevens from the west. Several units of Sheridan's cavalry have been spotted behind those woods. Lovely. We're just going to basically work our way around here. Second Corps is advancing with massive artillery batteries. This is just awesome. Fifth Corps and Sixth Corps coming from the northeast, ready to blast our defenses with hundreds of artillery pieces. Thank you for making it sound so ominous and brutal. At least 2 more Union full corps are marching to the east side of Washington. And all possible escape paths are blocked as more enemy forces are expected to attack us from the south suburbs of the city. Our fate is to defend Washington with all our remaining strength and utilize its own defenses to drive the Union back. Okay. General, we can use Washington's northern fortifications. Okay, I get it. All right, so I want to take a look real quick here. Okay, we've got a few units at each of the fortifications. Fort Slocum, man, that's going to be a tough one to defend with so few units. All right, let me start the battle real quick and pause because nobody's on the field yet for him. We have to hold all of them. Okay, gotcha. No problem, right? Piece of cake. All right, goodness, I got a 300-man brigade down there. No, I don't want skirmishers. I don't know what I was thinking there. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and drop out here for a second, get all my orders issued. You don't have to sit here and watch all of that, and then we'll fight the battle. Okay, so I've decided to go with kind of a unique strategy here. Maybe it's not that unique, but I'm not going to try to hold these outlying forts. I feel like I'm just setting myself up for disaster if I try to hold, I guess this is what, Fort DeRussy up here, and Fort Slocum over here, because they're kind of out on the edge away from the centralized defenses. So what I think I'm going to do is, I'm assuming I've got time to do this. I'm bringing everybody in, and I'm going to try to hold a tighter area, a tighter defense here that I think is a little easier to hold against overwhelming numbers. And then once I've inflicted huge numbers of casualties on him, then I'll advance and take those positions back. So we'll see how that goes. It may work, it may not, but I feel like being outnumbered by about 50,000 men, that's kind of the way I've got to go to make this work. I hope that the game allows me to do that. I just don't know how much time I have to make that happen. So I'm kind of getting everybody into position, into the defenses here. All right, so it looks like the first units I'm going to see arriving is General Warren's 5th Corps up here, the 2nd Corps as well. Of course, historically, right about this time, Gouverneur Warren, who was one of the heroes of Gettysburg for the Union, was actually relieved of command of the 5th Corps by General Sheridan just a couple of days before the end of the war. Sheridan felt that Warren hadn't moved fast enough. I think it was at Five Forks, right there at the end of the war. He felt that Warren hadn't moved fast enough in attacking. And so I keep hitting the wrong button. So he had authorization from General Grant to relieve Warren if he felt it was warranted, and he felt it was, so he did. All right, I think I got to kind of hold these guys down here. All right, so here comes that's a lot of artillery. So right now on the field, things are about even, about 40,000 apiece. He's got twice as many guns as me almost. I've got ammo issues already, which I didn't expect that was going to happen, and I'm pretty limited on my supply. So I'm actually going to bring these guns over here temporarily, get them resupplied. Alright, some action happening over here. Move General Lee up to where these troops are. Coming from all sides at once. I feel like the tighter I hold my defense, the better off I'm going to be, at least early on. Here they come from every direction. I'm going to move these Napoleons up. A lot of cavalry right here. I'm going to move this brigade over here. Alright, we'll go ahead and move the guns back. I'll just resupply them this way. Gonna be bouncing back and forth a lot. So he had a 2,000 man advantage. He's got about a 2,000 man advantage now. We'll see how that plays out as the battle moves along. What's going on? Oh, that's just his units taking Fort Duressi. Okay. I'm a little nervous about these guys right here. I feel like maybe that's not the best situation. I'm going to move some troops up there. Of course, I'm trusting in the fact that I'm not going to lose the battle just because he takes these two forts. That I should have time to be able to kind of recoup those losses. Yeah, see, this really makes me nervous right here. I may have to pull him back. Alright, we're just going to keep an eye on the numbers here. My main concern is supply. Yep, he's coming right at that spot. That's what I figured would happen. It makes sense to do so. Send everything I can that direction to help out. I should have put these artillery pieces up here. There's no spot where he's not attacking right now. If I lose, it's going to be because of my lack of supply. Alright, and the numbers, the gap is already close to 700, so his 2,000 man advantage is down to 700. I want to see this close a whole lot more than that, though, because he's got a 50,000 man advantage on me. Alright, I think I can probably speed things up a little bit. Oh, wow, what's going on here? Oh, that guy retreated, that's why. Okay. Actually, I think I'll bring him back out. That'll help this spot if I get a unit out here. Yeah, he's hitting me hard here, and I don't have a lot to defend with. So this is definitely a weak spot in my line. It's getting closer to the forts. Alright, now I have an 800-man advantage, so the numbers have changed about 3,000 in my favor. Just need that to continue for quite a while. Things are pretty solid on my left. No real threat there. Definitely concerned about ammo issues. It's mostly the artillery. So I'm going to bring my artillery down here one at a time and get them resupplied. And of course my right is a major concern. Oh, jeez. Just lost that cavalry unit. I sent them there in that melee attack. They got pulled out into the main line and destroyed. I should have kept an eye on that. I knew better. So that definitely hurt. But still, I've got a 2,200 man advantage now, so things have swung about 5,000 in my favor. That means he's still got about a 45,000 man advantage. So I don't know how much we've got down here in the way. Oh, 80,000 left. Excellent. So I'm just going to have to kind of rotate units down to get them resupplied. No worries on my left at all. So things are kind of at a standstill right now in the center. So do I have to take these forts back right now? That's my big question. Alright, once they get up maybe to about half supply, I'll move them back up. Swap out for others. All right. All right, now we'll pull the 20-pounders back. I'm going to pull the 10-pounders back too. Just get them both resupplied now. These Napoleons are out too. Not going to do me any good without supply, so I might as well move them over and get them supplied. Alright, they're already in supply here, so we'll let them sit right here for now. All right, and my numbers are up to 5,000 man advantage, so that's swung by about 7,000 now. These guys aren't resupplying. These ones are. Alright, McGowan was driven off. We gotta get some help over here. Doesn't look like anybody's in Fort Slocum. Just got my main concern then is over here, Fort DeRussi. Here comes an attack on Fort Stevens. About a 7,000 man advantage now, so overall now he's down to just about a 40,000 man advantage. I'm going to go ahead and start sending these two brigades over to Fort Slocum. Major attack coming at Fort Stevens right now. I gotta pull these 20-pounders out. I don't think he's making a move on my left. So he's rushing Penrose over here, but I'm not too worried about that. I'm going to run these guys in there. He's rushing into that position there. All right. I'm going to drop Paper Caller out just so I can get them off the line, get them resupplied. They've been taking the brunt of the fighting. No. Hit these guys and finish them. Alright, we destroyed that unit. That's what I was hoping for there. 46 minutes, though. I'm a little worried that Fort DeRussy not being taken is going to cost me this match. Got a 12,000 man advantage now. So a swing of 14,000. He's down to just 35,000 man advantage now. So that's what I was hoping for. I want to break up his army as much as I can on my defenses, make it a lot easier for me to counterattack and take the fort. I'd love to have a really big cavalry force so I could just march back through here and just decimate these batteries. But his continual firing back there is going to eat up all his supplies, so that works too. Only place he's got decent sized units still is over here on my left, and that's only because he hasn't attacked. Alright, let's get these 24 pounders resupplied. I'm going to move these Napoleons up to the front here. These 20 pounders are still... No, they're not firing. I thought maybe they were firing from in there. Let's move them over here so they're back behind the line. Need to get the 10 pounders resupplied. Paper collars resupplied. We can move them back up. Still got 67,000 in supply there. Alright, the moment of truth coming up here in 14 minutes. We'll see whether or not leaving Fort DeRussy in enemy hands ends this battle prematurely. I'm trusting in the fact that I'm going to have more time to retake that fort. I'm going to pull Cobb out so he can get resupplied. Alright, meanwhile, we are getting attacked inside Washington. Okay. So I think what I'll do is, it's already been about 40 minutes. I'm trying not to make these videos too long, but this is just a really long battle. So I'm going to wrap it up right here. I think that's a good stopping point before I get into this next phase of the battle. So it appears there's going to be at least a fourth episode to this. We'll see how long it goes, but so far so good. I feel like my strategy of letting him just kind of break against my units, destroy his army, and then counterattack is going to work okay. So if you've got input into this next phase, I'm certainly welcome that. Because, like I said, I've never played this part of the battle before. This is all brand new to me. So you guys have had some great input so far. Keep that coming. If you would hit that thumbs up, if you've subscribed and you haven't already, I would greatly appreciate that. I'll be doing some more shout-outs here at the next video to those who have been supporting me on Patreon. I appreciate that. Check out my channel update and question of the week, which I just uploaded this morning. I'll put a link here to that as well. And we'll come back with the next part of the Battle for Washington, the end game of Ultimate General Civil War Confederate Campaign. Thanks for watching.